So, I finally got down to watching Red Riding Hood with Amanda Seyfried and Lucas Haas and Julie Christie, which was a pleasant surprise because I actually did not know she was in that movie, and if I had, I would have watched the movie much earlier. But yes, the Red Riding Hood that was just in theaters and is now out on-demand DVD and all that stuff was actually surprisingly entertaining and well done. I was very impressed. Um, because I'd heard so many comparisons to Twilight, because I think it was actually in some way connected to the author, I don't even know, or the director of the Twilight movies, I think it was. Um, it was also produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, which I didn't know, and I kind of want to beat myself up for the fact, because I'm usually pretty good about my movie knowledge. Uh, but no, the movie was actually very subtle. It was not as corny as I expected. They throw you a few curveballs and actually lead you to believe that the wolf in question is one of probably about 4 or 5 different characters and keep you guessing the entire time. And what I also liked was the anticlimactic ending, which I'm not going to spoil if you have not seen the movie. But what I did like about this movie is that it did not follow the traditional vein of such movies. I have to remain extremely vague, but there are certain stereotypes and archetypes that you expect, and certain plot transitions and flows that you expect in any movie these days. And what I really enjoyed about it was the fact that it was a very subtle but very effective twist in how they dealt with the denouement or climax of the movie's action, which there really wasn't a lot of action. There was enough. Um, but yeah, it really didn't come across as an overly, supernatural, like, marble vampires and stupid Edward Hare Twilight crap. Um, Amanda Seyfried's awesome. She's one of my favorite actresses, and I actually really enjoyed her in the role. I do feel that the character was a little bit underdeveloped. They really didn't flesh out the character that well. She kind of was vague, if that makes sense. There wasn't a lot of substance to her character, but that was actually made up for by the substance in the other characters. And Julie Christie did an amazing, amazing job in her performance. But yeah, the roommates and I just sat down and watched it, and it was actually really, really enjoyable, so I wanted to talk about that, because that was what I did today. Other than that, it's the weekend, and tomorrow the boyfriend is going with me to meet the parents for the first time, so that's going to be incredibly amusing. Um, and yes, I will endeavor to do an Agnes video on Saturday or Sunday. If it doesn't happen this weekend, it will happen next weekend. The reason I am almost kind of welching on it is because I have to go to my parents tomorrow, and the boy doesn't get off till 6. And Sunday I have to write a paper for finals in my class. But hopefully I can get the time together. But if I don't, be patient, because I actually want the Agnes video to be worth the amount of time you guys have had to wait for it. Yeah, like, I don't want it to be just something I throw the wig on and make up and just do Agnes sitting in front of the computer doing nothing. But I will give you a little bit of a tidbit. When I did Agnes before, I might have mentioned this in previous videos, but I didn't have the right wig. The Agnes that you meant was actually not the true incarnation of Agnes. It was, I want to do something funny, Agnes is in my head, and this is the only wig that I have. That or the Amy Winehouse wig, which would not have worked at all. So I now actually have the right Agnes wig, and you guys have seen the dress in my Deadlies video, I believe. But I've got a way to explain it. It's going to be awesome. You are going to be meeting Agnes Senior. You previously met Agnes Junior, so you're going to be meeting the real Agnes, which is slightly older, housewife type, completely clueless. She has no idea about so many things. You guys might have caught the reference to chode muffins in the Agnes video. That's because chode is the resident cuisine within Aneuris's Falls. And I'll actually, I don't think I ever actually told you guys how the character of Agnes was created. I'll have to do that maybe in tomorrow's video. But it was actually highly amusing. But anyway, for that, I'm going to sign off now, because I've got some stuff I have to do tonight before I go to bed. But I will see you tomorrow, Poppets. Yeah, and I think Poppets is my new catchphrase. I like it. Later.